Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me right now is Steve Harshbarger. He is the president and CEO of Sono-Tek Corporation. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is SOTK on Nasdaq. And Sono-Tek will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, Planet MicroCap Showcase Vegas, in partnership with MicroCap Club, taking place April 22 through 24, 2025 at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. For more information to register to meet with Steve, to see the Sono-Tek presentation, please register to attend at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Steve, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thanks, Bob. It's great to be here. We've got some exciting stuff happening at Sono-Tek, so I'm looking forward to sharing more with it at the Planet MicroCap conference.
Absolutely. Is Sono-Tek or Sono? I guess maybe that's just a difference in our accents, right?
Yeah,
Depending on
yeah.
who we talk to.
I had that question a lot. It is Sono-Tek.
Yeah, Sono-Tek. Okay, very cool. Well, Steve, this is our first time doing an interview together. Clearly, I said Sono-Tek, not it's Sono-Tek, not Sono-Tek. So, can you start us off with that quick overview and history of the company?
Sure. Let's see. Sono-Tek, we were established back in 1975, and that was by Dr. Harshberger, and he was actually the inventor of the ultrasonic atomizing nozzle, which is still to this day the heart of our technology. The ultrasonic nozzle really started as this, so what I would describe as a cool little high-tech R&D tool that was meant to apply very thin coatings onto products. And then about 10 to 15 years ago, a new wave of like nanotechnology coatings were developed, and high-tech manufacturers started to find new applications for these precision thin films. And that created this growing demand for machinery to apply these thin films. And that in turn then started the growth trajectory for Sono-Tek. And then over the past decade or so, we've started the shift from manufacturing these small lab systems that we were making originally to these full-scale production platforms that are now used by many of the largest high-tech manufacturing companies in the world. These are mostly most commonly in areas like microelectronics, medical device sector, and the clean energy sector. And today, our business model is really to deliver complete system solutions, which still include our unique ultrasonic technology at the heart of every machine. But we've expanded around that ultrasonic nozzle with large integrated coating platforms that contain very sophisticated motion control platforms, integrated production handling with advanced programming, and very in-depth application engineering knowledge. And then once we established what I would describe as a successful growth and profitability strategy, we then felt the timing was right to share a bit about our success with a larger audience and increased investor awareness. So at that point, we uplisted to Nasdaq, which was now must be about 3 years ago, with the purpose of increasing visibility for investor awareness. And since then, we've seen record backlogs, growing revenues, and a really nice, strong upward trajectory.
Very good. All right. Well, Steve, what would you say? You kind of covered this a little bit in your opening there, but what would you say makes Sono-Tek unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
What makes us kind of stand out? Well, one thing that makes us stand out a bit unique from most companies, I think, probably attending your event and most investor conferences like this, is that we're a company that's consistently profitable. We're debt-free. We own our industrial park, own everything within it, and we have a very strong cash position. I would describe Sono-Tek as being a fiscally responsible company, or really done maybe the old-fashioned way, by making money. And our strong, profitable cash position, now allows us really to take on focused growth initiatives and really aggressively go after opportunities when they arise. I think most Sono-Tek investors look at us as a company with big upside potential, but very minimal downside risk. And nowadays, the big upside potential really becomes evident with some of our newly introduced high value, high ASP or high average selling price production platforms. And these platforms sell for $500,000 to over $1 million each. And as we sell these high volume production machines and we become more established as the standard coating method for our customers, this commonly follows on with repeat follow-on business as they add more and more of these production lines. So it can really scale fast, and especially in particular when you're in the early phases of company growth like Sono-Tek is. Today we're only a $20 million revenue company. So when you start adding these $1 million production lines into our product offering, especially in markets that will often require multiple lines, it can significantly start to move the growth needle. But I need to also mention that it's also very much about the people here. Our team is packed with passionate engineers and technologists who are really genuinely excited about solving challenging problems and really actually making the world a better place. That mindset really drives innovation around the company.
Very good. So Steve, real quick also, what's your background prior to Sono-Tek?
Sure. I've been with the company for a long time. I've been here for almost 30 years now, but prior to joining Sono-Tek, I came out of another technology industry at the time, which was the flat panel display marketplace. I was in a company that we actually bought the business from IBM for plasma displays. And at that time, I was mostly on the front end of the operations and also on the investment side, primarily dealing with VCs and angels to raise money for the company. And eventually, we were successful finding an exit for that company to Panasonic, who ended up buying it out. And that was actually ended up being a good thing because plasma displays actually ended up ultimately getting replaced by LCD displays. So ended up being a good thing for me. And then I went on to Sono-Tek, which I found had some really cool, interesting high-tech technologies, and most importantly, into high-tech markets, which I found at that point in my life where I was really interested in. And but then I should say also, we have this amazing leadership team here that we've had for a long time. We've been working together with our leadership team for, well, most of us over a decade, some cases quite a bit longer than that. And we've got, I would describe as maybe a nice blend of engineering, operations, and front-end marketing expansion expertise, combined with I would say, a strong financial discipline, which really helps us to grow smart and stay profitable, which is important to us.
Very good. All right. Well, Steve, to close us out here today, from what you can tell us, what would you say what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts and goals for 2025 that you want folks to pay attention to?
Gotcha. Well, I should start by saying that our fiscal year just started on March 1st. So it's only been going now for a few weeks for us here. And our focus this year is to scaling into larger, fully integrated systems and driving higher and higher ASPs, meaning average selling prices of our machinery. And we're seeing plenty of opportunities there. And we're building the tools to capture these larger potential orders. Now, of course, this year, maybe more so than other years, there are some unknowns like tariffs, some geopolitics, macro environments. But the good thing is that we're still really small and agile. And we've been able to proven to be able to pivot when necessary really quickly when needed. Plus, as I mentioned, we're in a really solid spot financially, with no debt. We own our building, own everything we have here, have strong cash reserves. And that really, in my mind, lets us stay focused on our long-term growth without getting distracted by, real short-term market swings. So that's where we're heading for this year.
So Steve, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on Sono-Tek?
Sure. Our website is www.sonotek.com. That's SONO-TEK.com. A lot of people miss that dash in there. And you can find all about Sono-Tek. Again, we are on Nasdaq, so it's easy to look up all our financials and see some history on us there.
Very good. Well, Steve, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I will see you in Vegas.
Thanks again, Bob. I hope this gives folks a good snapshot of who we are and where we're heading. Look forward to meeting you out there in Vegas.
Same here. Thank you.